Welcome back, everyone.
Hey, how's it going? I forget what happened, but we're gonna press forward.
Yeah, I think that we can recap it as we killed a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
That's usually what happens.
That's a point that only happens once in the game.
Yeah. It's only once that he kills like 20 people in a big go.
Yeah.
Let's see where this leads
Everything's
us.
green. Does that jog your memory?
Yeah. Everything's too green. This looks too pretty for Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
Down.
Yeah. I feel like they've only improved Pittsburgh. Yeah. I forget about all the Pittsburgh jokes.
Hey, what the heck? Why is the side like scratched out? And it says no hope on it.
They changed the name of the city to No Hope.
Oh, is that what it is?
Or whatever avenue
There's our
that was.
bridge.
I'll get a
little
closer look.
I think.
Let's keep at it. Come on.
Like, I wonder if it being scratched out was something that happened, like, by the military. Like, you can't take that road. And the no hope was to somebody else. Because what is the...
It's Fort DeQuino Bridge.
Okay, yeah, it's totally got to be, like, two different instances of graffiti on it. Probably because the path that goes to the bridge was damaged or something. Flooded, so they, like, scratched it out.
Yeah.
And then no hope is this...
Or maybe it was just some guy who didn't like the bridge, maybe? He scratched out the bridge and then put No Hope, and then he's like, I'm cool with these other two places, but that bridge, man.
Could you imagine the art director doing that? He like makes this
Kind of name is DeQuino.
he makes the skin for the sign and then scratches it out, and everybody and then all the other people walking to the alt place are like, why are you scratching it out? He's like, I hate that place.
Alright.
This is a cool new puzzle. Well,
It's a puzzle I've never seen.
I mean,
Come to the hotel.
I don't say that. I didn't say that as a joke. I mean, for this game, this is puzzle as it gets.
Oh, easy.
But at least it's something
I
different.
ain't gonna drop you.
It's not just picking up a ladder and looking for the yellow piece.
Okay, so what we're going to do, guys, we're going to put a little wooden pallet in the middle of the lake, and then you're going to have to swim to it.
Set that
and
plane
put
like
out.
they did.
Somebody get this man a raise.
Yeah, I understand why it's hard for them to find a way to do puzzles.
Yeah, they have to be realistic. You know?
Yeah.
It's not like you're going looking for relics or something. You know?
Because I've had that problem before when I've
Alright.
run D&D games.
Now you just need to find a
Like
way
trying to find a puzzle. Because I don't like running wards where it's like, oh, why is there a series of elaborate traps here? Because there is. Like, that bothers me.
Because deal with it.
Oh,
Yeah. So, like,
stinks.
trying to figure
Yeah,
out
the word's
reasons
all
for
right.
traps and puzzles
Did you
and
get
keeping
a
them
shot
grounded
for
in the
I did.
ward is a hard thing
All
to
the
do.
time.
that? And
Yeah, I
what
can-
did you get?
Just
It's
coffee.
even harder in a ward that doesn't have magic in it, so. That being said, you could just not have those puzzles. But then it would be non-stop shooting. Probably
Yeah.
would be too,
You need to leave time for character development.
yeah.
The
Hey, there's more of the fungus growing there. It's
Yeah,
like a big pile of it.
all that back.
Probably was somebody at some point. Been playing New Vegas too much. I saw a magazine on there and I was like, oh, you should pick that up.
Yeah. Meeting people.
You've been playing New Vegas too, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of it recently.
Because you got the... you got like the special edition of it or something?
Yeah, I had it a while back, but now I really played a lot of it. I only got a little bit into it when I first got it.
I'm assuming you've beaten that before.
What, New Vegas?
Yeah.
Do you think those hunters are gone?
They're about to find out.
We're close, though.
The Indian isn't anything special. This is a big fight.
It's clear, Ellie. Come on down.
It's kind of cool to see, like,
Fancy.
all the different people that you get to walk with to like join your side. It's cool to see them do the little pieces. The boomers is the best. Have you done the boomer missions?
No. Remember who they are though? Right? No, I don't.
They're the people that they came out of vault that like had a bunch of guns in it or something,
Okay.
and they like take over a military base. But their mission is all about getting like a bomber from underneath a lake, so that they can use pieces off of it to fix another bomber that they have. So when you're doing the last mission, like a bomber, if you have them help you, a bomber completely just flies over and drops a bomb on the enemies. Like theoretically, in that setting, anybody that has air support superiority wins. There's just not enough like power. There's not enough guns left that are strong enough to actually stand a chance against somebody that's just flying around above you.
Yeah. Do you know who the writers? I think it's Obsidian, the writers of New Vegas.
Yeah, it's Obsidian.
I want them to make another game that's like Fallout.
A lot of people do.
Yeah. Because writing is very good in that game.
Part of the reason is a lot of the people at Obsidian came from Black Isle, which is a group that did Fallout 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I don't think they were actually called Black Isle when Fallout 1 came out, but it's the same group. They just changed names in between the games. So like they know that world, and supposedly they would run pen and paper games still in a Fallout setting. So like they understand the world. It's also why that game actually deals with a lot of stuff that is in Fallout 1 and 2. Like you actually have what is it? New California Republic comes back.
Yeah. Well, they were.
Ready for a joke?
You were talking about they were introduced in New Vegas, right?
No, they're actually in 2.
Okay, fine.
Oh, okay.
That's
I know
probably enough.
Yeah.
Were they just a small part?
No, they're a big part. Like, there's a place in 1 called Sandy Shores. No, not Sandy Shores. Shady Sands, I think it is.
Yeah. That was in
It's,
Fallout 1, I think.
yeah, it's in Fallout 1. And at the end of Fallout 1, if you help them out, it talks about like they start like joining up, and it doesn't say they start a new government, but it basically says that their settlement grows. And in 2, it talks about that settlement starts the new California Republic, and that government is like fresh and new in 2.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff in New Vegas that is all just stuff pulled from 1 or 2. So now we're in like an apartment building, I guess.
Yeah. Just a long series of apartment buildings where I need to kill some people.
Oh, it's just like you have to go all the way through this apartment building.
Yeah.
Okay. It's another arena of death.
By a good pitch.
I guess at this point we've pretty much seen the flow of this game that it boils down to. It's like they throw you in an arena of enemies, you fight your way through them, then they slow down a little bit for puzzle, do some character dialogue, a cutscene, and then they go back to the same flow. And they repeat that. I guess they change up the enemies though. Change up from humans to the infected and stuff. Can you go out that door that was back there? It's like a balcony or something.
Oh shit.
There's chunks of them on the ground. I mean, it's not like they actually have the bottle split apart. They just kind of throw extra chunks on the ground.
Yeah.
But it's still visual and kind of gross sometimes.
I don't know though. It's maybe a sadistic remark, but when you kill something like that, it feels pretty satisfying. You know, you're like, all right, he's definitely dead. You know, he's down for the count. I don't have to worry about him anymore.
But I'm sure that's the balcony I saw. Is that where you came from?
Yeah, I'm supposed to go up.
Oh, okay.
Going up.
But they test play to figure out animations that actually gets that reaction. They want that reaction.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this game is trying to make the violence a little bit disgusting, like trying to make you kind of?
Yeah, that's trying to make you scream, you know.
Because that's part of the character. Like that's like you're supposed to feel that he's gone too far at some point. Right?
Yeah. He's taking people hostage and being like, okay, put the gun down, and then you kill both of them anyway. That sort of thing is like, it's sort of like he's done this shit. He's definitely been through this before.
You're
so
right.
obviously being a nice guy doesn't work.
Oh my gosh, that guy is blind. How did he not see you?
Take this.
Huh?
Alright, now I can take his helmet.
Wait, can you
no,
really?
I can't.
Oh.
It just fell right there, so I could just pick it up.
That would be cool if you killed an enemy without damaging their helmets, you could like take the level. Well, can you imagine that in a role-playing game? Like,
Get him away, Ellie. Come on.
what did she do? She like threw a rock at him.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh, and you're low on health, and you got another guy. Oh, you got another guy down the hallway too. He doesn't have a gun at least.
Damn it, I had a pipe too. I was just gonna hit him. I was this close to hitting him, but he hit me first. Because you can start the animation, and they could be already in the middle of the animation, and it'll hit you first. So.
Oh, okay. It's almost like a fighting game, then.
Yeah, so. Yeah.
I saw an interview one time that was talking about, war movies and how no war movie can be an anti-war movie because I don't actually agree with this. But the person that was being interviewed was saying that no war movie can be an anti-war movie because they all have to glorify the violence to some degree.
Yeah.
And, I feel like that applies to this game to a certain point because they're making it when you kill people feel violent, where you're a little bit put off by it, but also making it where it's fun.
Yeah.
And it's can you actually deliver that message of his level of violence is taking things too far, that he's gone too far, but still make it fun? That's a really, really tight line to.
That is an interesting concept. I've never been an when it comes to anti-war sentiments and things like that. I'm obviously anti-war. I don't want wars where a bunch of people are dying and all that shit. But just having that kind of opinion is just sort of it's baseline. You know, nobody wants war. It's.
The interview I was watching wasn't as much about the idea of being anti-war as just the idea of messages that movies are trying to portray or convey, I should say. Oh, she actually helped.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I'm. Whatever. I don't like war either, but it happens because people disagree. So.
Yeah. No, you can't. The idea of being a complete pacifist, I think, is ridiculous.
I can understand characters being pacifist, but having the message of the movie being anti-war.
There are all movies out there that are trying to be I don't think necessarily anti-war in the sense of there should be no war, but there's a lot of Vietnam movies or Vietnam era movies that are about the unnecessary violence that war creates.
Yeah.
that's why I don't really agree with the opinion of the guy that was being interviewed. Like, I feel like you can have a movie that's about war and be delivering a message of like this violence is extreme.
Yeah, that I can understand that. Yeah, like this violence is extreme. I could have you seen Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah, that's a good example of it. Like, I don't feel like people, but see, to have a movie that does that, it can't be a fun movie.
Yeah,
because Saving Private Ryan is not a fun movie. It's exciting at points, but you are not having fun watching it.
Well, I think it has its moments though. There's a lot of camaraderie, you know.
Yes.
There's a couple times where they do have a bit of humor in the movie. It's not a funny movie, obviously, but it seems like they're portraying war as like, yeah, this is how war is. It's visceral, and disgusting, and awful.
Yeah.
But it's just that's what a war is.
But it's the moments that all I won't say lighthearted, but the moments that you enjoy are not necessarily the battles. It's the stuff in between.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way you'd have to do it. But when it comes to like a game, it's hard to do that. How do you have a game that like the moments that are the exciting parts are the parts you don't like? Like you couldn't do that. Really.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, that's. They might find a way at some point, but
it'd have to be a game that like has a lot of interesting element. It'd have to be like a Mass Effect game where talking to people is the fun part, and then they make the battling part just really crappy and like just hard. But then you would frustrate your audience.
Yeah.
It's hard to games are such a different medium from video games. I mean, from movies.
Let's see where this goes.
It's hard to convey certain things with them, but that's
because I don't know. I think like with a movie, like you can do a lot more things right now than you can with video games. Like a movie can make you sad, it can make you happy. You know, it can make you angry or something. But a video game, you have to play the game, so it can't make you. Like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to. I haven't really thought about these questions a lot, so.
Yeah, but I still do think that there's some things that a game can do that a movie can't. Like because you're interacting, you can get more personal a game than you can with a movie. Yeah.
It's something a game can do. You can't use new choices. But really put you into the characters.
That's knowing your medium. Like every art form has its advantages and disadvantages. Matt, he should so be dead.
I don't know. He didn't fall that far.
Maybe. Was it more than like a couple stories?
I'm alright. That far.
Oh, it just looked really dramatic.
Yeah. I think that was the point. It's supposed to be, holy shit.
Yeah. No, that the way they did that, like the rush of lines around the camera and stuff, made it feel like he just failed like 5 stories. I guess he almost failed 5 stories.
He was on top of it though. He was on top of it, so it shifted down, stopped for a bit, and he hit the back. And then
that's a good point.
It's not like he fell
like
5 stories.
From the perspective of him, he didn't actually fall that far. That's weird.
Yeah, Ooh,
so now you're actually separated from Ellie then.
Yeah, it's a little different. Makes the story a bit different, and I get to be in a creepy basement. So that's cool.
Do you feel like this game ever has like moments that actually are creepy?
Yeah. This is actually a creepy part. So
that's cool.
I think it's pretty creepy. We have to kill a bunch of zombies.
I think I tried over there yet.
The water's good. Oh, you're gonna have to swim under now?
Yeah.
Oh, they got like decrepit bodies in there and stuff. Wonder if those bodies would actually be in that condition.
Probably. I mean, it depends on if they died recently.
It's like 20 years. I wonder how much body This is a weird thing to wonder.
You'd probably just be a skeleton after 20 years.
Yeah.
For 20 years, it would have decomposed.
Those are the kind of things that when you're writing stories that you look up on the internet and you go, fuck, now I want to watch this. I've had moments like that where I'm like writing something or creating something and I'm like curious about something.
Yeah.
And I look it up. I just know, damn, they don't know why I'm looking this up. Best places to hide a body. I'm writing a story about hiding bodies, man. Come on.
Come on. I'm doing research on being a gangster. Come on, man. I'm trying to hide a body. It's not
You fell?
Yeah. I just fell
into the hole.
Yeah. Recently, I was searching the internet, and for like 2 hours, I was watching videos of gorillas doing things. just gorillas doing a bunch of.
You found out
like getting super aggressive in mirrors. That was one thing that they.
You found out like internet rabbit hole, yeah.
Yeah. And like baby monkeys looking at magic tricks and going, "What the fuck?" afterwards. That was cool.
Oh, there's grass.
And I actually learned a lot too, which was cool.
Yeah, have you seen how, like, if you do a magic trick for monkeys, they can't figure it out. You do a magic trick for like a little kid, they can figure it out, and then you do a magic trick for a dog, and they can figure it out too.
A dog?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's supposedly it's because of like social cues. Because dogs have co-evolved with us, they can understand some of our social cues.
Yeah.
So like, if you do the cups and balls trick where you like have 3 cups and you put a ball under it and you like move it around.
Yeah.
And you like make it disappear or whatever. You do that for a monkey, they just freak out like you said. You do it for a dog and they just look at you like, okay, so what? It's either they don't care or they just know where it is. It's probably because they can smell. They probably are like, yeah, I know the ball's behind you. After you don't get killed by these clickers, we'll have to call this episode.
You might have to call it right now. Yeah.
Oh, is there a bunch of them?
Because if I start this up, they're going to start running after me. So.
Okay. Well, next episode we'll see a rush of clickers.
Alright. Later.